Alright guys, we are going live from base camp, from MMA base camp for about half an hour. We're going to go live. Does everyone see the lizard? So we've pulled up at a rest stop for the night. There is actually a little bit of reception here, which is crazy. So I thought I'd jump on and go live for half an hour, see if anyone was around. You never know how these live streams are going to go from MMA base camp. Let's see what's going on here. Isaac, how are you, brother? How's your week been? Finally had a chance to sit down somewhere with reception and log in and say hi to everybody. Look at this little guy. Yeah, I didn't think too many people would be awake for a late one, but you never know, mate. You never know. Sometimes I jump on and people are up and about. So we'll see. Oh man, I don't know if I want to get. We are live from MMA base camp. It's a lovely spot, man. It's a lovely spot. We've been on the road for about 2 days now. So yeah. Just chilling here with a lizard. What's up? Oh yeah, I know. I want to make sure he doesn't jump at me. This is the famous Snowy River, Isaac. The famous Snowy River. No, he's just chilling. Crikey from Cheddarhead. How you going, mate? Where the fuck are you? We're on the banks of the Snowy River. Hunting dragons. The dodgy banks of the Snowy River. Hunting dragons. I think it's an iguana. I don't know. Are you an iguana or a blue tongue lizard, mate?
He's not a blue tongue. I used to have one.
Jamie used to have a blue tongue lizard. She can confirm this isn't a blue tongue, so it must be an iguana.
I caught one in my backyard once.
Cheddarhead says that's a fucking dinosaur, mate. I know, right? The thing that's really scaring me is that if these lizards are around our campsite tonight, that means there are other reptiles around our campsite tonight. And that would imply that there's snakes around the campsite tonight. I am going to be careful. Cage, how's the trip been? The trip's been great, mate. The trip's been great. We've been doing a coastal trip, driving along some surf beaches, hanging out, going for some swims and some waterfalls. We went to I'm not kidding about this, yesterday we went to a haunted Aboriginal waterfall called the Den of Nargoon, which is like this hour's walk through a valley. It was wild. Watch out, it'll take your bloody leg off. Grab it by its tail? No thanks, Cheddarhead. I think I'm just going to let him chill. He's just having a good afternoon. Let's ban this Cage guy. He's freaking me out. Nah, Cage is all right, Isaac. He's chilling. Just like this iguana friend of ours. What do you mean? Our car battery's not charging. Great. The whole van setup. Anyway, let's move on and sit down and catch up on MMA. Is John Jones going to jail, boys? What's tonight's dinner? That iguana. Haunted waterfall, yeah. It was something called the Den of the Nargoon, which is I shared the pictures of it all in the Discord. But yeah, it was like this deep valley, this ancient Aboriginal deep valley water swimming hole. It was crazy. Tonight's dinner, sausages, but I'm looking for marshmallow sticks right now. Is that the camper van I saw? That is the camper van. That's the whole setup over there. Just pulled up on the side of the road. That's the wagon for the night. Oh, that's a good marshmallow stick. And then I'll sit down and we can catch up. You guys can tell me about why John Jones is going to jail. How come he's been arrested yet again? What's everyone's picks for UFC 300? We can crack on and have a beer. There we go. There's some good sticks. Raviolis for dinner. We're not having the sausages for dinner. We're having the ravioli. There we go. Jamie putting her input in from the van. John Jones submits Aspinall round 1. John Jones submits the new USADA staff round 1. Isaac's got Pereira, Holloway, and Armin at the moment. Guys, how come nobody is picking up on this? How come I'm the only one that saw this? That Max Holloway might be getting sick. He did an interview lately and he's like coughing and spluttering throughout the entire interview. Mate, I want to go down on the jetty and have a beer. Can you like go find somewhere else to chill? Dude, well, honestly, picture it. What if Max Holloway actually has to pull out and can't fight because he's sick? Like, it's a possibility. Yeah, I know. So I saw the interview, but we've been driving around so much, I didn't have time to like save it and link it. So if someone wants to do some digging, I'm sure they'll be able. Oh, there he goes. He's off. Oh, excitement. They'll call Volk if Max pulls out. They fucking probably will. Dana will threaten him. He'll save the day. Your dinner's running away. Yeah, I know. They probably will get in Volk. Like, they surely they have got someone on backup for BMF, right? They must have somebody on backup. I think I'm going to grab a camp chair and I'm going to grab the camp chair and the tripod and we can chill out on the river. That's the way to go, I think. We'll chill out on the river with the Iguana boys and we can talk MMA. Where's my tripod? This must be Alberta. Bloody Australia, mate. It's the Snowy River. There's a bloody lizard down on the jetty. We're gonna go hang out with him. I know I'm not much of a fisherman, Cheddarhead. I don't do much fishing. Looks like Colorado. Whew. Make sure I don't slip going down here. Oh, well, just chill out, mate. Oh, he's off. See ya, buddy. How's this jetty? The crowd just gets confused as to why Max's walkout song is Land Down Under. This must be the most... Oh, look at him go. Doesn't look stable? I know. The jetty doesn't look stable at all, does it? I hope the saltwater croc comes back. Hang on. Oh, there he is. Dougies Corner. He's back. He's back online. Oh, what's good, chat? Oh no, I've dropped my phone in the lagoon. Ah. Let's see if I can set this up better. 1 second, guys. This is what happens when you live stream from the edge of a bloody river. G'day, holy moly. How are you, man? Let me set this up properly. So, John Jones ended up releasing some video footage of the USADA guys coming and testing him and leaving his house to be like, it was all good. There's nothing wrong. I didn't get into a punch on with them. So far it's he said, she said. But the USADA guys, who knows what's in that water? Probably a crocodile. Probably a crocodile. Oh, that's better. There we go, guys. Hey, bro. How are you, man? Australia probably has some freaky things in the rivers. Honestly, some of the rivers there are. In some of the rivers, there's like poisonous snakes, and obviously like crocodiles and eels and that kind of stuff. But in this river, no. The biggest thing that could get me down here right now is a spider. If there was any spiders hanging at the bottom of the jetty, which is like, there's probably a very good chance that there are. So that's all good. But yeah, we got 20 minutes here. Fish, eels, yeah. We got 20 minutes here, and then I'm going to go up and start the fire, and we'll get dinner going. We've got ravioli for dinner. But it's good to check in and say hi to the crew. Say hi to Dougies Corner and see what's been going on. Don't forget about the pterodactyls. Yeah, look up Joshua Larson. All right, I will. I'll do it when we get back up to the van, up to the MMA camper van. Mason, how are you, brother? What part of the world are you in, dude? You're a fucking traveler. I've got my bush beard going on. Mate, I am so fucking ready for this weekend. Bird Breakfast Club, where are you, bro? I am on the edge of the Snowy River, just where it breaks out through to the ocean. Venomous pterodactyls. Mason, Jamal Hill. You reckon Jamal Hill's got it? I still think. Who you got picking in Oliveira Armand? Oh, I think Oliveira. I think Oliveira today. Today I'm back in Oliveira. Mason's in Puerto Rico. Be safe. Oh, mate, we'll be safe. We'll be safe. Don't worry, we'll be right. I don't do anything that stupid ever. Not too stupid. It is. It's been fucking freezing. We pulled up to a different campsite last night, and it started raining during the night, and I was almost certain that the road was going to turn into a four-wheel drive road because it was just a mud track that got us to the campsite, but it was all right. Tony F1, Dougie's gone into hiding. Tony, I admitted that Drickus du Plessis beat Sean Strickland, and I had to go into hiding straight away, mate. I couldn't fucking look at myself anymore, brother. It's going to be a close one, Isaac. It's going to be fucking close. It might come down to, Isaac, I covered this in my recap video. It might come down to how do the judges score it. Because Oliveira likes to take a hit to fall back onto the ground and give himself time to recover. And the judges could score that as Oliveira getting damaged upon. So who knows? Mason goes, are you by Omeo or by Yay? No. We're in a town called Marlow. Just outside of a town called Marlow or something. Marlown or something like that. Hey, Aussie, who's winning out of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Jake Paul, brother. Jake Paul's going to knock his old ass out. It must be hot in Puerto Rico, brother. It must be. Yeah, the Snowy River in Victoria. Strickland is crying over that decision. I thought Curtis won it. I thought Chris Curtis won it, man. 2 hours from Omeo, Mason. We're 2 hours from Omeo. Look, I sort of... What the fuck is that in the water? Probably a fish. There's bubbles in the water. Literally bubbles. I guess the iguana can swim, right? Hang on. Let's see if we can get my iguana friend in the background. My mic is crackling. Yeah, probably the reception. Let's see if we can get him in the background. There he is. I don't know, just bubbles, but it's probably a fish. There he is. Right there. My mic is crackling. Yeah, I would say the reception is probably very bad where we are. He's sussing me out, I know, right? We are way out in the middle of nowhere. The stars at night have been fucking phenomenal, man. They've been so good. Being out in Victoria is fucking empty. There is nothing there. Isaac goes, I told you there's some things out there. There might be. I mean, there's a fucking iguana right here. Zyklon B, you motherfucker. Goes, hey man, my best friend is in hospital right now. He loves your channel. Just wants to know if you can give him a shout out. His name is Nicholas. Nicholas, man, I hope you feel better. Zyklon, thanks for jumping in on what you think must be my very first stream ever. Seeing the stars in Omeo is the craziest thing ever from Mason. No light. Yeah, dude, no light pollution at all. Aussie goes, I wouldn't turn my back on that croc-filled estuary. It's true, man. Ben, any advice to a 23-year-old? Ben, learn a trade, become self-sufficient, learn how to make your own money, and you'll go far. And by make your own money, I mean don't have a boss. Learn how to make money with your own two hands. Zyklon, you like that one, huh? Mason, what do you think about this weekend? I am very, very excited for this weekend. We are going to get back home. So the UFC 300 cage, any advice to a recovering heroin addict? I don't know, try meth. Try something a little less harder and then work your way down.
Get into the Bitcoin.
Get into Bitcoin and try meth. Mr. Lee Condiments. Hello, dude. How are you, mate? How you going, man? Holloway is fucked. I think Holloway is fucked. Yeah, I think you're right, Mason. I think Holloway should be fighting Ilya. Absolutely, dude. UFC 300, Mason, is going to be on in Sunday in Australia. We finish this camping trip and land back home, like pull into the driveway back at home on Saturday. So I'll be unpacked, showered, back in the office, away from this fucking iguana thing, lizard motherfucker, and ready to go for 300. It's going to be banging. I might watch it with my brother as well. We'll see how hungover my brother is. So yeah, man, it's going to be good. It's going to be a damn good time, mate. It's going to be a damn good time. Mr. Lee Condiments, how are you, dude? Are you ready for UFC 300? Tony says, I took the day off work to watch UFC 300, so it better be fucking worth it. Yeah, brother. I agree, man. I agree. Good on you, man. I don't know, like, how can an MMA fan go to work on UFC 300? Or, you know what, even work the day after, you know what I mean? Because I know it's going to be on Saturday night for the Americans. So, yeah, mate. I don't blame you, Tony. Bo Nickel is above Yuri. That's fucked. Yeah, it is. It is. That's not cool at all. They, like, Bo Nickel should not be on the fucking pay-per-view, mate. Should not be on the pay-per-view at all. Mr. Lee, for sure. Who do you think is going to win, Mr. Lee, in the main event? Alex Pereira or Jamal Hill? Who's going to win in the main event? Isaac says we can't miss a single fight except Jessica Andrade. That's true. I mean, they could swap. Yeah, no, that's true. Bo Nickel can be above Jessica Andrade for sure. Best card ever? Yeah, man. Yeah. Shut down Society for 300. Yuri is a legend. Only 4 fights in the UFC. I know it's weird to think like Yuri, Alex, yeah, they haven't been in the UFC long. Ben says, where are you at? Ben, I am on the side of the Snowy River, down by the coast, up near Lake's entranceway, around that way. I'm going to go live for another 12 minutes, guys. Another 12 minutes. As you can see, the sun is setting, so it's going to start getting dark. So we'll go live for 12 more minutes, but it's good to catch up with everybody. Mr. Lee, you got Pereira? Nice, man. Nice. I got Jamal Hill. So we'll see what happens after it's done, mate. We'll see who was right. Oh, where'd my lizard friend go? He's gone. Oh, he's going to jump in the water. Go on, jump, mate. I'd rather sell my wife to see Brundage flatline Bo Nickel. Dude, imagine, right? All this talk of say crack my... No, I don't think I will, mate. I don't think I will say that because I know how you're going to edit it up. Imagine Tony F1, right? There's all this hype around Bo Nickel. Not us hype. Like, we're not hyping Bo Nickel. The UFC are hyping Bo Nickel. And he gets fucking knocked out cold on UFC 300, on like the biggest event with the most eyes ever. Like, you could just picture Dana White's face just going fucking red. Lisa, smart choice, yeah. The card should start with Lopez and Yusuf. You know what? I don't mind it starting off with two former champions, right? Because it does like set the pace, Isaac, of like, this is going to be different. You know what I mean? Like, this is UFC 300. It's not a normal card. So I don't mind it starting off with two former champions, but then like, just fucking calm down and give everyone like their rightful place on the card. You know what I mean? Tony Ferguson will fight soon. Please, Mason. Please, God. Please tell me you're joking. Leon versus Bilal was signed. Was it? Was it? Can I see some other people in chat confirming that? Or is Mason trolling me? Mason doesn't usually troll. So I can believe that. It was Leon Bilal actually signed? Lisa Brown, I would have said it backwards. I mean, I would just like not say it all. But, you know, feel free to log in with a different username and keep trying. Yeah, no, I'm sure you got 100 different sock puppet accounts, so keep going, Lisa. Yeah, true. I also think they want casual fans to notice a few new prospects. Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Like, they know that anyone who's into sport is going to come in and tune in to UFC 300, so they're trying to push certain people like that. So yeah, I think you're spot on, man. Lisa, who's my favorite fighter in the UFC? It's still Volkanovski. How about yours? You know, I'm not going to jump off the Volk train just because he got his fucking head kicked in. You know what I mean? Hey, Aussie. Poirier is fighting Makhachev. It looks that way, doesn't it? It looks like they've both confirmed it. We're just waiting for the UFC to confirm it. And I wonder, like, are they going to announce it for UFC Fight Week? And also, is Conor McGregor coming back for UFC Fight Week? Because Dana White actually finally acknowledged Conor McGregor's existence on his Instagram stories. So that is like the first piece of positive information we've had from Dana White. So there's that. Tony, F1, Mary. Tony, F1. Strickland should fight the winner of Hamzat versus Rob. Neither of those guys deserve a title shot. Dusty. Strickland should fight the winner of Hamzat versus Rob. Yep, neither of those guys deserve a title shot off each other. Yep. And Izzy's definitely getting the next shot. Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. You know, Strickland needs to stop being a bit of a bitch and stop playing this like, I'm not fighting anyone. Like the chat, boys. Go on, like the chat, boys and girls. Lisa Brown, if that is your real name, give it a like. Like the stream. Mate, we're going live streaming from the middle of my bloody holiday on the banks of the Snowy River, co-hosted by a fucking iguana. How often do you ever see MMA chats like that, mate? Ask yourself that. When was the last time you saw the MMA guru outdoors? Anyway. Yeah, man. Strickland, getting back to Tony, Strickland needs to stop whinging about never getting another title shot and not wanting to fucking climb the ladder again and get the fuck back in there and climb the ladder again. Like, you've got guys like Dustin Poirier, like Justin Gaethje, like Curtis Blades. You've got like these absolute animals that know that they were close to the top and willing to take on the hard fights to get back in there. Jan Blachowicz, willing to get back in there and keep trying to fight his way back to the top. So I don't want to see Strickland become a fucking Cyril Gane. You know what I mean? Like, don't be Cyril Gane, Sean Strickland. Be Dustin Poirier. Don't be Colby Covington, Sean Strickland. Be Justin Gaethje and get in the fucking cage and fight somebody. Guru would never go outside. This is true. He'd be scared of the outdoors, mate. I know, we're about to hit 720 subs. It's fucking awesome. It's really, really cool. It's really cool to get out here and, get so close to 720. And then onwards to 1,000. Onwards to 1,000. Oh no, I've dropped it in the river. Guru used to wear that exact same beanie. Shakila, fishing? Nah, mate, just hanging on the edge of the riverbed. Catching up on chat. I've been gone for a couple of days. I wanted to pop in midweek. Say hi to the crew. You want to see me catch a fish? I'm not going to catch a fish. I don't have a fishing rod, but there is an iguana right there if you want to see some wildlife. Trap Filch, how are you, mate? What's going on, man? One fight isn't even climbing the ladder. Yep. Dana is a moron for promising title shots to people. Strickland versus Robert Whittaker or Hamzat is the perfect fight. But I guess Dana forgot how to UFC. I think the problem is, Tony, is that the depth of talent in the UFC has gotten a lot shallower. Can I jump into the water? No, mate. It's getting dark and it's going to be fucking freezing in that water. So I think I'm going to stay nice and warm and dry. But I have jumped into a couple of waterfalls this week while we've been on the road. Fight radio, mate. Fight radio. It's going to be the biggest thing on Discord, mate. Biggest bloody thing on Discord you could ever imagine. Tony, I think it's the lack of depth in the UFC these days with so many other fighting organizations, so many other promotions. I think it's like when you look past the top 5 of the divisions, they're not as deep as they could be. Yes. Shakila. We are in Australia, my friend, on the banks of the famous Snowy River. Insane. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Well, I did, and they were haunted by the ancient and terrible Nargon. An ancient Aboriginal curse, fairy tale, horror story about this creature that would live in the cave and eat children. It was actually very fucking spooky, to be honest. It was very fucking spooky. Swimming in there. What do you think of Charles Oliveira's fight this week? I'm worried for Charles Oliveira. I'm very worried for Charles Oliveira. I hope that when Arman Sarukian hits him with a big-ass shot, Charles doesn't do that thing that he likes to do and drop to the ground and hope that they chase him into a submission. Because I think Sarukian's top pressure will be able to handle Arman Sarukian's bottom grappling game, and he'll end up losing the control time, and it will cost him the fight. I believe in my heart that Charles Oliveira can win that fight, but I think it's a very losable fight for him. Does that make sense? Like, he has the skills to win it, but the style that he fights in will sort of make him lose. Trap Flitch. Interesting name. It's insane. Also, I do think Whittaker has a good case for a shot if he wins and Izzy loses. Don't know what else you do there. I was driving when you said that. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I mean, look at Robert Whittaker, right? He only lost to Dricus du Plessis and the current and the former champion, yeah? And Dricus du Plessis is the current champion. So I guess if Dricus beats Hamzat, he has an argument the way that Dusty has an argument right now because of just the way that the calendar's worked out. But also, like, if Dricus beats Hamzat and beats Sean Strickland, then he's almost undeniable for like a 4th title attempt, which is fucking crazy, right? Oh, man. Yeah, everyone, after the stream's going to end in 2 minutes. So after the stream, Google the Den of the Nargoon in Victoria, Australia. And that's where we went swimming. It was fucked. It's fucked. I think Charles will pressure forward and Arman will counter with a takedown when Oliveira throws. Based on the Gamrot fight. Interesting, Isaac. I was thinking that Arman's boxing will get around Charles Oliveira's open striking and put him on his ass because Charles likes to... Shakila, just followed you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. We're nearly at 720, man, so I appreciate it. Yeah, interesting, Isaac. I thought it would be the striking that would get Charles on the ground, and then we'd roll into his defensive BJJ, and Arman would... A fish just jumped out of the water. I'm not fucking kidding. A fish just jumped out of the water. Like went... Sick. I fucking love this spot so much. I fucking love these road trips, man. Getting in the van and getting out there. Story Art Dragons as well. Hi, I will sub. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. This is an MMA channel, by the way. Not just sitting by a river talking shit. I'm usually at home talking shit, just in a regular office. So if Story Art Dragons, if you're subbing because I've got a river behind me, it's not usually a river behind me. Charles has way better striking. I mean, like, Sarukian's got cleaner, basic fundamentals, like crisper, short striking. Do you know what I mean? Where Charles is like very creative and open and flowy. He's like water. Does that make sense? And I think with Armin, he can break through that and just land a good, clean 1-2. And when Charles gets hit with things clean and hard, he rolls back onto his back and uses that as a bit of recovery time. So I think that's where Armin can win it. But hey, you know, there's like 4 or 5 days left and we're going to find out together, man. Jump in and eat it, bro. Jump in and eat the fucking fish, bro. Yours is more logical, I'd say, as Armin seems to want to strike. Yeah. Usually at home, no iguanas. Yeah, that's the right way. Subbed for the river, unsubbing now. Cage, I'm only here for the river. It's not good on the ground for Charles though. No, neither do I. And Charles likes to take his fights down to the ground, Trap. So that is honestly what worries me the most about the fight, is Charles might lose himself the biggest fight of his life. Fucking nuts, man. He can't roll on his back against Armin. Yeah. That's what I was trying to get across, Isaac. That's what I was trying to get across. Like, when the striking battle happens, Charles's default is recover on the ground and mindlessly flow into BJJ's recovery. And he cannot do that this fight. He cannot do that on this fight. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many bodies of water in the next 5 streams? This is important. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many bodies of water? I would say there is a 80% chance, or 8 out of 10 chance that there will be 2 more bodies of water. Maybe. It depends. We'll see. Maybe less. Maybe 50-50. Honestly, if we had gotten here half an hour later and there was no reception, this stream wouldn't have been happening. So it depends on what the road gives us, mate. It depends on what the road gives us. But having said that, it's half an hour. I gotta go have some dinner. The sun is going down. Everyone say goodbye to the iguana. He managed to hang out with us, yelling all bloody stream. And I'm going to have to start streaming from the beach at home. I am. You should go live on a kayak. We might go live on a kayak. Take it easy, iguana. Better be on a rod and reel it in next stream. Guys, stay safe. We are going to be going live for UFC 300. I'm going to be back in the office for then. I got 2 more videos that are scheduled to drop. So if I do not see you before UFC 300, I'm okay. And if you do not hear from me during or after UFC 300, I've died horribly in a terrible iguana accident. See you guys later. Everyone have a good night.